Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. So lonely, baby, so lonely. Well, I've been so lonely I could die. Welcome back to my channel, or most probably welcome to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to play Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley on the acoustic guitar. If you're wondering why this guitar might not sound fully acoustic, that's because I have it plugged into an amp right here on the floor. It's an acoustic electric Ibanez, great guitar. So this is actually a fairly easy song, considering how many different varieties of how to play it there are. I mean, it is originally played on piano, and so it's never going to be fully accurate about how you should play it. So if it's not the same way that you've seen it in different tutorials or different websites, that's because it's not fully accurate. So please keep that in mind. But these are the chords that we're going to be using. Today we're going to be using A7, the most commonly used chord in this song and in most blues songs. You'll have yourself the E7, which is like a regular E, except you're just going to lift this finger off right here. You'll have yourself an E7. You'll have a B7, just a little bit of a crowded one. I don't know if you can see this. It's here. Index finger, middle finger, sorry. Index finger here. Ring finger here, and then pinky finger right at the end on the E string there. So to show it again, pinky on the E, index, there you go. This one will not be so commonly used, and so there's no real way to skip it out. But you know, if you do have a little trouble doing it, it makes sense, but there's no real way around it. So to start it off, you will go actually mute it. So you're gonna try to mute it with your right hand over here, and that'll be basically your beat. Since you know, unless you want to do it with your foot or something, but I find this to be much easier and sounds better, honestly, I think. So it's gonna be, well, since my baby left me, go down, up, 1, 2. Since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street at E7. Heartbreak Hotel, where I'll be. Then you're gonna do the same A7, just to a different beat. It'll be like, oh, be so lonely, baby. Well, I'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely. And so what you might want to do is when you're doing the A7 over here, go, oh, be so lonely, baby. Oh, be so lonely. Well, number one, the difference between this and what you were playing before is you won't be hitting it twice. You won't be going 1, 2. You'll be going, oh, be so lonely, baby. Just once. Do up. I like to do up. You could do down. It's not so much of a difference anyways. And when you're doing this, you're not going to want to play it as hard as you were before. You know, the my baby left me. It's a little stronger, it's a little louder. This one you could even sort of like half mute if you really want to. And then the B7, you'll be playing the exact same. I'll be so lonely like a die. And then you'll switch over to that A7 of again. This time not just once, but I'll be so lonely like a die. And so, also, you could, if you'd like, I like to do it only towards the end of the song when I try to give it a more sort of intense mood. You leave the B7 a little more open instead of muting it. So instead of going, I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely, they could die. Sort of do it like that. Leave it a little more open. It'll be a little louder, a little more intense. Make it a better vibe. And this will repeat throughout the entire song. So that's basically the entire tutorial. But I would also like to add the solo over here. This solo is very easy, and so it obviously sounds better if you have an amp with a little more gain. I tried to put the gain a little down on my amp for this tutorial, just because I wanted it to be a little more realistic if you are playing on acoustic. But you could do without, it won't sound as good. So you're going to want to go all the way down here. I didn't even mention that there's a capo, but you will be needing this. If you don't have a capo, you can just put a rubber band on it, really. And so you're going to want to hit these two strings together. See that? So you're hitting these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit this alone. Now, this. And hit the E again. Not again. So it's E, it's A. So it's. Then you're going to do the same thing, except you're not going to follow it up with the E over it again. You're just going to go and sort of leave it hanging on that. And this isn't how the actual solo goes, and so I revised it a little. You see, the actual solo I thought was just a little too plain on acoustic. It matched with the piano, but honestly, on playing on acoustic guitar, if you're playing the whole song on acoustic guitar, I want to like spice it up a little, and so I revised it to this. Hold on. Not the most pro. But and that's the solo, and you could follow it up with the regular chords in the song afterwards, instead of, it goes back to the piano in the actual song. So you could just go back to the regular chords to the beat of the solo. So yeah, that will be basically the ending of the tutorial, and thank you for watching and sticking by. I hope that this helped you. Bye.